In 2016, Sega showed off their new Sonic game that was going to return back to their roots, and that game was Sonic Mania. Seeing the trailer to Sonic Mania made me so excited to play it. Being 13 at the time with no money and job, I could not get the game. In 2017, Sonic Mania was released, and still with no money and no job, I started to forget all about Sonic Mania and completely stopped playing all the Sonic games. In 2018, Sega showed off a DLC trailer to Sonic Mania called Sonic Mania Plus. It was so cool to see that I wanted to play the game and wanted to get back into the franchise. Now in 2021, which we will not talk about, but now that I have a job and money, I bought Sonic Mania Plus and had a blast with it. So this is my review video of Sonic Mania Plus. Without further ado, let's get into it. Sonic Mania's plot is very simple. Sonic and Tails gets a signal from Angel Island, so they go to see what's going on. Dr. Eggman also saw the signal and went to Angel Island accompanied with his new henchmen, the Hard-Boiled Heavies. The thing they detected was an object called the Phantom Ruby, which has the ability to teleport the characters to different locations. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles decide to go after Eggman and stop him. During their adventures, they come across recognizable levels and new ones, until they make it to Dr. Eggman's newest creation, a giant egg robo. Sonic and his friends adventure through the giant robot and defeat Eggman and the Heavies. All the endings have the giant robot exploding and being destroyed. But if you play as Sonic and get all the Chaos Emeralds, you get Sonic's good ending where he ends up getting sucked into a portal which takes him into Sonic Forces. Now if we get into Encore mode, which is the DLC for Sonic Mania, it continues the story after Sonic Forces, where Sonic finds two new characters, Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel, who are trapped on Angel Island. Sonic saves them but finds out the Hard-Boiled Heavies have returned. So all of the characters go through the same levels and defeat Dr. Eggman again. And that is the plot of Sonic Mania Plus. Now that we got the plot out of the way, let's talk about the game and its gameplay. In Sonic Mania, you can play as 5 characters in the game, like the original characters like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and 2 new characters, Mighty and Ray. Sonic is your standard character to play as. He controls exactly the same like the classics. The only thing that is different is that he has a new ability called the Drop Dash. The way the Drop Dash works is that you jump in the air and click and hold the jump button again in the air, and then hit the ground and you do a little dash. It is very useful to use when you're in a pinch. Tails and Knuckles have no new moves, but they control exactly the same like in the other games. Like Tails can fly and Knuckles can glide and climb walls. Now we make it to the 2 new characters, Mighty and Ray. Mighty controls almost like Sonic, but he has this slam ability. It's really useful when you jump too close to spikes. And now we get to Ray, and Ray, he's just the best character to play as in this game. You guys remember that capability from Super Mario World? Well, imagine that in this game, but better. Ray has the ability to glide around the level just like the cape from Mario, but instead of needing to get momentum, you can just glide whenever you want. Ray would have to be the best character to play as in this game. All 3 of the original shields, Fire, Bubble, and Electric, make a return in Sonic Mania. Fire, Bubble, and Electric shields work the same from the previous games. The Fire and Electric shield have some unique quirks to them in this game. Like the Fire shield allows you to burn wood and ice, and the Electric shield allows you to attach to magnetic things. I love these ideas for the shields, it makes them even more fun to use. Another thing Sega added to Mania mode was when you collect 30 rings and hit the checkpoint, there is a little sparkly ring above the checkpoint, and when you jump into it, it takes you into the Blue Sphere stage. The Blue Sphere stages are alright, I don't hate them, but they are fun to play on. But the Blue Sphere stages don't compare to Encore mode's secret stages, which puts you in a giant pinball machine where you can win prizes. I find this secret stage more fun than the Blue Spheres. It's really useful for helping you get shields, rings, and extra lives. There are also these giant rings around the zones where if you jump into it, it takes you into a bonus stage where you can chase after a UFO that is holding one of the Chaos Emeralds. In the bonus stages, you need to collect blue spheres to build up your speed meter and collect rings to add more time to the clock. It's a really fun and smart way to collect all the Chaos Emeralds. But in Encore mode, all of the rings are moved, which is fair. because if you leave them in the same spot, it would not be fun finding them, and it allows the player to explore the zone more. And these bonus stages are, well, they're more challenging and more difficult. But once you collect all Chaos Emeralds, you can play as Super Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Mighty, and Ray. Yeah, everyone can turn super in this game. I find the super forms really fun to blast through levels with. Speaking of levels, there are a lot of returning zones like Green Hill Zone, Hydro City, Oil Oceans, and Lava Reefs. And some new ones too, like Studiopolis and Mirage Saloon. A lot of these zones are really cool and fun to play on. One of my favorite things about the zones is there are different paths you can take. It allows the players to explore the level and discover new things. One thing I don't like is that Sonic Mania still has one problem I have with 2D Sonic games. Sonic is a game that wants you to go fast, but when you go too fast, the game will send you right into a hazard right when you don't expect it. But it's really easy to forget all of that when the game offers you a lot of things to do. Now let's get into the bosses. The bosses in this game are okay, some of them were actually really fun. The Flying Batteries Act 2 boss gave me some trouble at first, but was really fun. Same with the Oil Oceans, the Metal Sonic fight, and the Mean Bean Machine boss. I can't say the same for the Mirage Saloon Act 1 boss, because you're fighting the boss on a plane and the plane controls feel so bad. And the hitbox on the boss is really hard to hit when it's in the background jumping over you. And you can even fall off the plane, making you redo the boss fight all over again. I find most of these bosses really easy to beat. Some of them you can even beat under a minute, but the final Eggman boss makes up for that. The Eggman final fight was challenging to me, and the heavies teaming up with Eggman was even more challenging. This is what I call a final fight. But as we all know, in a 2D Sonic game, you have to collect all Chaos Emeralds to fight the true final boss and to get the good ending if you play as Sonic. And this final boss is not bad. It's not as hard as the Eggman and Heavy fights though. Now if we go over to Encore mode, there's not that much to talk about. There's really nothing different about the zones, they just have different color palettes to them. Some are good and some are not that good. The only thing that is different is that you can play as every character on the same game file. And they made a new Act 1 for Mirage Saloon, which I like way more better than the plane level in Mania mode. I also prefer Encore mode's good ending than Mania mode's good ending. So finally we make our way to the end of the video. So with all of that out of the way, would I recommend you play Sonic Mania Plus? And the answer is yes. And with all of that, this is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it and have a great day.